A perfect echo. We all know how much time we spend on echoes for our characters, and somehow we all seem to agree on what one looks like. If we see an echo like this show up, then most of us would call it perfect. I don't think many people would argue against that. But then we see the same kind of echo, just with higher rolls. And suddenly we're looking at that one and we're saying, yeah, that's even more perfect now. Which makes sense because it has better stats. But if the first one was good enough for us, why would we ever need to replace that one? And if perfect can keep moving every time we see something better, then how do we actually decide what it looks like? So what even is a perfect echo? And just like we did with the 6-month test, we're going to use a simple test to figure that out. We just need Wooshmaster to whoosh us out of here so we can start.
Yeah, I mean...
Hello? Wooshmaster?
Yeah. Whoosh!
Now, man, not you again. Are you just gonna keep inserting yourself in every video?
But listen, I have something. You don't like this.
Go ahead.
Okay, what even is the meaning of a perfect echo?
What even is
The meaning of wuthering waves?
Dude, I don't sound like that.
Yeah,
Stop
you do.
it, man.
Okay, a question though.
No, at the end of the video.
Oh.
Not now.
Okay.
Anyways, if an echo rolls 5 out of 5 stats, there's no way anyone can convince me that it isn't perfect. If I get that echo to drop, then I would make sure that it's locked 3 times, giggle to myself, and then hope no one saw me giggle, take a screenshot and send it to my friends on Discord. Because we kind of just hit the jackpot, right? But then what happens if we see something that's basically the same echo, just that the rolls are higher? Then now we obviously have an even more perfect echo than ours. When this happens, it doesn't mean that the previous perfect is not perfect anymore. It has all the right stats, it's 5 out of 5. So how is it that suddenly perfect can mean 2 things? This one's perfect, that one's perfect. And to make this even worse, let's say the 5th stat is energy regen, and Lucy, she already has the energy regen she needs. She doesn't need anymore. And we have the same kind of echo, just it's 4 out of 5. But the last one is ER that's missing. Then we have a 3rd perfect echo, since adding the ER would do nothing for our character. So we don't miss anything there. All of a sudden, we have 3 different echoes that we could all reasonably call perfect. Which means that we all of a sudden have a lot of different versions of perfect echoes. And if we're going to farm for a perfect echo, isn't it a bit unclear now what we're even supposed to target for? Is it the 5 out of 5? Is it the one with the highest stats, or is it just the 4 out of 5 because that's enough?
But listen, Belly, I still want the 5 out of 5 echo.
Yeah, I know you do. Alright, you know what, let's get into it. Wooshmaster, he wants the perfect 5 out of 5 echo and farm for that. Let's do it. Dude, look at this. I'm just getting garbage. Where is the crits? I want the crits. Where's the good stats? This must have taken you ages, man. I mean, it is around 0.08% chance.
Exactly! Why did you get the cool rare stats?
Yours is just as rare, though.
No, it's not. This is garbage. I get this one all the time.
No, the exact combination of garbage is 0.08% chance too. It's not harder to get echoes with crit rate and crit damage. It's harder to get a combination of 5 out of 5 specific substats.
Well, I don't like that, okay?
Okay, so let's say we actually want to farm for this perfect echo though. 5 out of 5, that's all we need. We don't even care about the actual rolls yet. As long as it's the exact 5 subsets we want, then we're going to accept it. And 1 out of 1,287 would end up like that, with these odds. And there's no pity here. So we could get it immediately, we could get 2 in a row, or we could be sitting here for a long time and just never get it. And when someone posts an echo like that online, that's usually the part we don't see. We see the results and then just assume there must have been an insane grind behind it. And yeah, maybe there was, but maybe they were also just lucky. Or probably a combination of both. Because the 5 out of 5 isn't rare because the game knows double crit and those other 3 stats is the good ones for the character we're building. It's rare because we're asking for a very specific combination, and that's 1 out of 1,287 possible ones. So the odds are not really on our side. And mine, well, I mean, it took like 10 tries. I was just lucky, that's it. There wasn't some secret farming technique behind the screenshots. But let's say we just remove one requirement from this. Now, instead of one acceptable combination, there are 9. And that takes us to around 143. That's a completely different farm. It's way more realistic than having to kill a boss 1,000 times. But it's still only 0.7% chance, and that's just for one echo. If we want all 5 to be the perfect echo, then we're not trying to get lucky once, we're trying to do it 5 times, and all of a sudden we're back up at 700 echoes again. And even then, there's no guarantee that echo number 143 is going to be the one. We could get it now, or we could get it on 300. We could just miss it forever. So yeah, one of these is maybe farmable now, but a full setup, I mean, you could just be spending a ridiculous amount of echoes for that. And the only reason that we got this to be at least a little bit realistic to farm was because we removed one of the requirements from the echo. Something that the character didn't actually need from that 5 out of 5 that we were calling perfect. So we're in this weird situation where we know what a perfect echo looks like on paper and how unrealistic that is to farm. But we also know that our character doesn't actually need that version of the echo to be perfect for her, which means we kind of just moved perfect. And if we can move perfect from 5 to 4 substats because the character doesn't need a 5th, who says we can't move that further? I know, Belly, I got it.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know, it's the rolls. We don't need 5 out of 5. You said so yourself. You know what? Screw 4 out of 5. We just need 3 good stats and then make sure the rolls go super high, like maximum rolls. That's it. I've solved it. I solved the question of what even is a perfect echo. Right, you just solved it? Yeah, just like that. Right, let's give your theory a try then. Yeah. And here's the thing. 3 good stats, that's way more realistic. Because, you know, we see that all the time in our characters. It feels like we could just go out and just do that right now. But like he said, now we also want the highest rolls possible. And to be fair, if I get an echo with crit rate and crit damage and both of those are hitting the max rolls, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pretty happy with that. You know, it would be cool to have attack percent too, but it is what it is. Max crit rate and crit damage, it feels pretty close to perfect. But here's the thing, there's actually a new problem now, because Kuro actually have released the official roll probabilities for the Korean version of Wuthering Waves. We don't have any official numbers for global, but there's a very high chance that they're the same. And yeah, it was pretty much as we all expected. The highest rolls are way less likely to happen. Once we get a crit on our echo, the 2 highest possible rolls only make up 6% of the outcomes. And the crit damage works the same way. And we're not even gonna add any math to this because we already know that this is starting to get very unrealistic again. Because now we managed to find something that was actually a way more realistic version of perfect to farm for, but then we actually made it immediately unrealistic to actually farm for. If we look at the whole picture now, it's kind of funny how we started at 5 out of 5, then we went down to 4 out of 5, then 3 out of 5, and now we're basically sitting here. You know, I'd be happy to accept 2 out of 5 with very good rolls and calling that perfect. But now that we know the odds for that, now we're wondering, why are we even farming for the perfect echo now? But if we can move perfect this far and still be happy with the echo we would get, then maybe it's not about what a perfect echo is on paper. Maybe we have to redefine the whole definition of what a perfect echo is for us. And that's where the real test comes in. And since we have our beloved Wooshmaster, who was so confident that he solved the mystery of the perfect echo, I think he should be our first test subject. Okay, 2 Lucilla builds, her current one and one with a better echo. Your task is to try both and see what the difference is. Alright, yeah. Okay, better echo. Yeah, man. Alright, what do you think? How did the new Lucilla build feel? I mean, it was way smoother. Like, really good. Because I didn't change anything. Huh? What? Yeah. Same build both times. I just told you the second was better. But really? Sorry, I lied, man. Whoa. But here's the thing. He cleared it the first time. An echo with better crit rate and better crit damage is obviously better for the character. We can't deny that. We will probably get better damage, faster clear. That's a perfectly good reason to upgrade an echo. But in his situation, he didn't actually need that. He just knew that the echo would give his character better stats, that's it. But if the character already did what he needed it to do, then knowing that the echo will be better if he has better stats doesn't really tell us why we should keep farming for it. We need to know what would actually change for us when we play the game. And I don't just mean in numbers. What would it take to upgrade the Echo? Because we can't just spawn a better Echo, we have to farm for it. That takes time and resources. And maybe we already have our eyes set on the next character, which is, what, probably in 20 days at best? So how about we just save the resources for that character instead? Since the character we have now already works perfectly fine. And that's the real difference test. So before you start your next farming session, ask yourself this. What's the real difference for me? What am I actually getting from this upgrade? And what's it going to cost me to get the upgrade? If your character is struggling with something in the game, then yeah, that's a good reason to upgrade your character. But if your character already works fine, but you just want to see the bigger numbers and you just enjoy improving the characters, it's a perfectly good answer as well. I do that all the time. My character works fine. I just want to improve them because I like seeing the better numbers. That's it. I'm not trying to fix anything. I'm just enjoying making the character better. But if you really think that your character works good for you, then perfect. That's your perfect Echo. The one you don't have to farm for. So about the question. Yeah, go for it, man. Well, I'm officially the Wooshmaster now, and I joined the Gacha Fortune Cookie Cult, and I think I need an intro, so people know who I am, you know? Yeah, fair enough. How about I'll make you one next video?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But in the meantime though, how about we introduce the method for leveling Echoes then?
Yeah, that's a pretty good joke, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What do you want me to introduce? The random one then?
Yeah, do it.
Right.